Hello fashion lovers, welcome to Winning Collection. So this is our first cutting tutorial. Join me as we make this beautiful gown. It's so beautiful with this sleeve that is bow tie sleeve and the bow tie at the back. So if this is what you are interested in, hit the subscription button and turn on the notification button as well. So right here I've already gone ahead to make the basic bodies of this outfit. So after making the front pattern, use the front to get your back pattern. That's what I did here. So I believe that most of you all already know how to get your basic bodies. As far as you're a fashion designer, that's the first thing you should know how to do. So right here I'm trying to slant the back of my zipper allowance so that to avoid zip blocks. So I also had to cut out the allowance that was at the down part of my half length. So this right here is me cutting out slant. I have to slant it so it won't give me that zip block at the back. And here I got my 7 inches for my neck depth and 5 inches for the width. So cut it out, and if you are going to be using zip, don't forget to put your zipper allowance. I wanted to put zip initially, but then I changed the star. So over to the front. When you get to the front, connect the two lines, the middle line, connect it. Then from there you start drawing your lines on the both sides of the front part as I'm doing now. So you just connect it. We are going to be using one of these to trace, so one will not be useful anymore. We are going to throw one away. We'll be using one, connect it, and then you split it. So after cutting the middle, you also cut the sides that you already marked, those lines. Don't cut it to the extreme because it's not going to reach to the extreme. Just cut it at least, leave like one inches or half inches at the extreme. My own was half inches. Then you place it on your main fabric and trace it. You get. So at this point, if you want to fold your fabric twice and then so that you won't do it 2 times, you are free to, because I did mine once. Like I traced the first part and then traced the second part again. So to save your time, you can just place it, like fold your fabric twice, so it wouldn't take much of your time. Then note that if you want it to have more ruffles on the bust area, if you want more ruffles there, you spread it more. The wider you spread it, the wider it becomes. So if you don't want it so much, you reduce it, or better still, use 1 inches in between them. And don't forget, I added half inches at the middle so that it won't be on the main body. I added half inches for stitching allowance in the middle of that front. So you'll be cutting from that half inches that I added, not on the side. So in the middle of the fabric, you'll be cutting from that half inches that I added. That's your sewing allowance. You just added a sewing allowance to that place. So guys, after cutting it, this is how it's going to look like, because you're going to run a stitch and then draw it upward. You pull it up with the thread. This is how it's going to be after we are done. So with this, now I'm going to go ahead and cut the second part of the front. Because I did mine separately. So that's why I said, if you do not want it like that, you go ahead and fold your fabric twice and then cut it once. But if you don't fold your fabric twice, you're going to cut it 2 times like this, as I'm doing now. So on this one now, you're going to cut exactly. You're not adding any allowance anymore, you're not adding anything again, just cut it exactly like that as it is. Okay, so after cutting it, we already have our front and our back pattern. We already have our front and our back. So this is the front and this is the back. We move forward to cutting our band, the waistband. You fold it into two and then you get 3 inches. 3 inches are the width, and then the length is your waist measurement plus 1 inches for your zip allowance. That zip allowance, you're going to use half inches on the other side and half inches on the other side, so making it. And if your waist my down waist is 27, so 27 plus 1 is 28. So you're going to make the length of your fabric 28 inches, and then the width is going to be 6 inches. Then you fold it, is going to be 3 inches. Okay, so right now we are done with the upper part of the dress. We are moving to the down part of the dress. Here you are going to fold your fabric to any amount that you want it. Then you minus your half length and divide the remaining one into 2 parts because it is 2 steps. You get? So the first step is what we are getting now, because I wanted to use this border for the down part of the dress. So I got the first step, and then this is the second, the one that will be in the middle after my half length is what I'm doing right now. And then remember to reduce it. This bigger one, this one that is going to be the last step, is going to be longer than this first step. Your last step is going to be longer than the first step. Reasons being that you're going to pleat the last one on the first step, you understand? So it needs to be fuller when pleating it. If your last step is 33 inches, make your first step something like 25 inches. You get? This first step that I'm doing now, make it 25 or 22 inches. It shouldn't be the same length. Both of them should not be the same length. So for the width of your down part, assuming your full length is 36 and your half length is 15, so you realize that you are having 21 inches left. That 21 inches, you can make the first step of your clothes 8 inches, while the last step will be 13 inches. You understand? And then remember to increase the length of the last step because you are going to be pleating it. Then this is my bow tie. You just have to fold your fabric into 2 places or 4 places. I did 4 places because I just wanted to do it once, so I just folded it with the stripes that will go around it. So after this, we'll go ahead and cut the lining for the upper part of the dress. And as well, if you want to put lining in the down part, you are free to, but I didn't put in mine. I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification button so that you will get notified when next I upload the video. Thank you. Bye.